Ukraine is the largest country in Europe, almost as big as the state of Texas, and it is one of the most fertile countries in the world. The capital of Ukraine, Kyiv, is a beautiful city and is over 1,500 years old. On the other hand, the country of Ukraine has been independent for only 23 years. People here speak Ukrainian and/or Russian. While Ukraine is a beautiful country, it is also a very poor country and has very big problems with corruption and alcoholism. There are 100,000 children growing up in the orphanages of Ukraine. Children's Hope Ukraine tries to reach out to these children with the love of Christ. We do this by visiting the orphanages. We put on camps for the kids in the orphanage during spring breaks. And we operate 2 homes for children, Second Chance Transition Home and LifeBoat Children's Home. The Children's Hope Ukraine team believes that everyone is created by God and deserves love and deserves to know Him. And we believe that God created us all to live in a loving family. Children's Hope Ukraine is partnered with Slavik and Tanya, who run a children's home called LifeBoat House. Slavik and Tanya took guardianship of Yana and her brother Vadim 4 years ago. Yana and Vadim's mom was sick and didn't take care of them, and so they were placed in the orphanage. But thankfully they didn't live there long. Slavik and Tanya were living in a very small 2-room house at the time. They slept in the living room and the family ate in the hallway every day. But being in a loving family is always better than being in the orphanage. The entire family had a desire to help more children, and so 2 years ago Slavik and Tanya started to add 6 rooms to their little house. When Children's Hope Ukraine saw their ministry, we decided to partner with them. We have helped them with the completion of their addition by raising money to help them pay for the materials needed. Members of our team have also traveled several times to LifeBoat to work on the house and have done a lot of work, including tearing off the old roof and putting up a new one. This year, Children's Hope Ukraine was able to buy a van for LifeBoat. Before, Slavik and Tanya had a little car that was over 40 years old. Now that Slavik and Tanya have their second biological son, there are 8 people in the family. Can you imagine putting 8 people in this little car? We were able to get them a large 9-passenger van where their whole family can go together to church or do orphanage ministry. The house is now more than 3 times as big as it was, and this past December, Slavik and Tanya were able to bring 2 new boys into their home. Vitalik and Ilya are brothers. Vitalik is 14 and Ilya is 4. They were living with their aunt and uncle after their mom died. But the aunt and uncle didn't love Vitalik and Ilya. They made Vitalik work all day and would beat him, and they just ignored Ilya. When the boys came to live at LifeBoat, they didn't know what salad and meat and many other things were, because they had only eaten soup and bread with their aunt and uncle. Now, Vitalik and Ilya are living in LifeBoat, and they eat healthy food and are loved by the whole family. Right now, Slavik and Tanya have 6 children: Yana, Vitalik, Vadim, Big Ilya, Little Ilya, and their newborn son, Pasha. Yana is the only girl with 5 brothers, but she handles it like a trooper, and a smile is never far from her lips. It takes a little while for Vitalik to trust people, but he's a good friend and a great helper around the house. He loves working with his hands and building. Vadim is 12 years old now and has been living in LifeBoat for almost 4 years. He's a very curious kid, and his curiosity leads to many adventures. Older Ilya was only 3 when he came to live in the house with Slavik and Tanya. The whole family is teaching him how to speak like a 4-year-old, and he loves being timid. These children would be living in the orphanage if Slavik and Tanya hadn't followed God and opened up their home. When people help Children's Hope Ukraine, they give us a chance to work with homes like LifeBoat House and people like Slavik and Tanya who are providing homes for kids and sharing the love of Christ. And so we say thank you for helping us partner.